Discover the hidden superpowers of tiny seeds that can transform your health, and learn which seeds you should never eat if you want to avoid serious side effects. 4 seeds you should be eating. 1. Chia seeds, the ancient superfood. Alright, first up, chia seeds. You've probably heard of these little black and white specks, right? Maybe you've seen them on Instagram or in fancy smoothie bowls at your local cafe. But what you might not realize is that chia seeds have been around and revered for centuries, particularly in Central and South America. The Aztecs and Mayans called chia a runner's food because it provided sustained energy during long journeys and battles. What makes chia seeds so incredible? Well, to start with, they're one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Now, omega-3s are essential fats that your body cannot produce on its own, so you need to get them from food. They're well known for their powerful anti-inflammatory effects and ability to support heart health by lowering blood pressure and reducing bad cholesterol. This is huge because heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide, and something as simple as adding chia seeds to your diet can make a difference. Besides omega-3s, chia seeds are loaded with fiber. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds contains roughly 5 grams of fiber, and just a couple of tablespoons can get you close to half of your daily fiber needs. This fiber not only aids digestion by promoting regular bowel movements, but also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, which means less energy crashes and fewer cravings throughout the day. It's also a great aid if you're trying to manage your weight, because fiber keeps you feeling fuller longer. And let's not forget the antioxidants. Chia seeds contain flavonoids, which are plant compounds that fight oxidative stress in the body. Oxidative stress is a big factor in aging and chronic diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's, so antioxidants are your body's defense army against that damage. One cool thing about chia is how versatile they are. When soaked in liquid, they form a gel-like consistency, making them perfect for chia puddings or as an egg substitute in vegan baking. You can sprinkle them on cereal, blend them into smoothies, or toss them on top of salads for a bit of crunch and a massive nutritional boost. And here's a wild fact: chia seeds can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. That's like turning a teaspoon into a jelly blob that works magic in your stomach. This gelling ability also slows down digestion, giving you a longer, steadier release of energy. No sugar crash 2 hours after breakfast. Ever heard of chia water? It's trending for a reason. Just mix a spoonful of seeds with water, add lemon or honey, and boom, you've got a hydrating, fiber-packed drink. Athletes love it because it helps retain fluids during intense workouts, kind of like a natural sports drink, minus the sugar and artificial flavors. And if you're dealing with constipation or sluggish digestion, chia might just be your new best friend. It adds bulk and softness to stool in the most natural way. Plus, they're high in magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals crucial for bone health. So you're not just boosting your gut, you're strengthening your skeleton too. Here's something surprising. Chia seeds also contain complete protein, meaning they have all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. That's super rare for a plant-based food, making them a fantastic addition to vegetarian or vegan diets, especially if you're trying to build or preserve muscle. Not to mention they're super shelf-stable. You can store them in your pantry for months or even years without them going bad. Unlike flax seeds, chia doesn't need to be ground up to unlock its nutrients. Your body can digest and absorb everything just as it is. Some cultures even use chia for wound healing and skin conditions, applying it topically thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties. And hey, if you're into food trends, chia seeds are practically the poster child for functional foods. They're everywhere for a reason. Want to cut back on eggs? Mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds with 3 tablespoons of water, wait 10 minutes, and you've got a vegan egg replacer ready to go. They're also naturally gluten-free, which makes them safe for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, looking for safe superfoods. Bottom line, these tiny seeds might look unassuming, but they're basically nutrition ninjas, quietly transforming your meals and upgrading your health from the inside out. 2. Flax seeds, the cancer-fighting fiber hero. Next on the list are flax seeds, those tiny brown or golden seeds that pack a serious nutritional punch. Flax seeds might not be as trendy as chia seeds right now, but they have a long history of use, dating back thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians even used flax for its fiber and oil, and today, flax seeds are a staple in health-conscious diets worldwide. What sets flax seeds apart is their unique combination of nutrients. Like chia seeds, flax is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. ALA is an essential fat linked with reduced risk of cardiovascular diseases, helping to lower inflammation, improve artery function, and reduce cholesterol levels. But flax seeds don't just stop there. One of flax's standout features is its high lignin content. Lignins are plant compounds that have antioxidant properties and act as phytoestrogens, meaning they have a mild estrogen-like effect in the body. This is a fascinating area of research because lignins may help protect against hormone-related cancers, including breast, prostate, and colon cancer. Several studies have found that women who consume flax seeds regularly tend to have lower breast cancer rates, although more research is ongoing. And get this, flax seeds have up to 800 times more lignins than most other plant foods. That's not just impressive, it's game-changing when it comes to plant-based cancer prevention. Flax seeds also contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, which means they support your digestive system in multiple ways. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, while insoluble fiber adds bulk to stool, keeping everything moving through your digestive tract smoothly. If you struggle with constipation or irregularity, adding flax seeds to your daily routine could be a gentle and natural fix. They also support gut health by feeding your beneficial gut bacteria, kind of like fertilizer for your microbiome. And here's a bonus. They may even help with weight management. That fiber keeps you fuller longer and helps curb those sudden snack attacks. One important tip: don't eat flax seeds whole because their hard shell can pass through your system undigested, meaning you won't absorb all those nutrients. Always grind flax seeds fresh before eating. Ground flax seeds have a mild, nutty flavor and can be added to oatmeal, smoothies, baked goods, or even sprinkled over yogurt for a health boost. They blend in so well you'll barely notice them, but your body definitely will. Flax can even be used as a vegan egg replacer, just like chia. Mix 1 tablespoon of ground flax with 3 tablespoons of water, let it sit for a few minutes, and boom, you've got a perfect binding agent for pancakes or muffins. And unlike some seeds that need special preparation, flax is super low maintenance, just grind and go. It's also naturally gluten-free, making it a great option for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Another lesser-known benefit: flax seeds are loaded with magnesium, which plays a crucial role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, from muscle function to mood regulation. Low magnesium levels have been linked to anxiety, fatigue, and high blood pressure, so incorporating flax might do more than just help your heart and gut. It could boost your mental health too. And don't forget, flax seeds are also rich in thiamine, vitamin B1, which helps turn food into energy and supports nervous system health. There's even some evidence suggesting flax seeds can help balance hormones during menopause, reducing hot flashes and improving mood. Thanks again to those mighty lignins. And for the guys out there, flax may also support prostate health by reducing PSA levels and slowing prostate enlargement. Seriously, is there anything these little seeds can't do? Bottom line, flax seeds may not be flashy, but they're basically a nutritional Swiss Army knife, compact, powerful, and endlessly useful. 3. Pumpkin seeds, the mineral powerhouse. Now, let's talk pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas. These little green seeds are often overlooked, but deserve a prime spot in your diet. Not only are they deliciously crunchy and nutty, but they're also loaded with minerals that most people don't get enough of, particularly magnesium and zinc. Magnesium is a mineral that many people are deficient in, yet it's crucial for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Magnesium helps regulate muscle and nerve function, keeps blood sugar stable, supports a healthy immune system, and plays a role in heart rhythm. Low magnesium levels are linked with muscle cramps, fatigue, migraines, and even heart disease. So, incorporating magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds can be a game changer, especially if you have muscle issues or high stress. Pumpkin seeds are also a fantastic source of zinc. Zinc is vital for immune health. It helps your body fight off infections, heal wounds, and maintain healthy skin. Zinc deficiency can lead to slower recovery from illness and skin problems, so pumpkin seeds are especially helpful during cold and flu seasons or if you're recovering from an injury. Plus, zinc plays a key role in reproductive health for both men and women. Beyond magnesium and zinc, pumpkin seeds contain antioxidants such as carotenoids and vitamin E, which help reduce inflammation and protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. This makes them great for reducing the risk of chronic diseases and promoting overall health. Pumpkin seeds are incredibly versatile. You can eat them raw or roasted as a snack, toss them into salads or trail mixes, or sprinkle them over soups and yogurts. Their delicious crunch and rich nutritional profile make them an easy way to boost your mineral intake. 4. Hemp seeds, the complete protein seed. Last but certainly not least, hemp seeds are an absolute nutritional powerhouse. These soft, nutty seeds come from the hemp plant, which, yes, is related to cannabis, but don't worry, they don't contain any psychoactive compounds. Hemp seeds have been consumed for thousands of years in Asia and are gaining popularity globally as a superfood. What really makes hemp seeds stand out is that they provide a complete protein source. This means they contain all 9 essential amino acids that your body can't make on its own and must get from food. This is a huge deal, especially for vegetarians and vegans who sometimes struggle to get complete protein from plant-based sources. With hemp seeds, you're getting protein quality comparable to animal sources. Hemp seeds also have a perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. This balance is critical because many modern diets have too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s, which can lead to chronic inflammation, the root cause of many diseases. By adding hemp seeds, you help restore that balance and reduce inflammation. On top of that, hemp seeds are packed with minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium, all of which support energy production, immune function, and muscle health. They also contain vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your cells and skin. Hemp seeds have a mild, nutty flavor that works great sprinkled on salads, stirred into smoothies, mixed into yogurt, or even baked into bread and muffins. Because they don't have the tough shells that flax or chia seeds have, you can eat them whole and absorb all those nutrients easily. 4 seeds you should avoid or be cautious with. Okay, so now that we've covered the all-stars, let's flip the script and talk about seeds you might want to avoid, or at least be cautious with. Some seeds contain natural toxins or compounds that can be harmful if eaten in large amounts, or if you have certain health conditions. Others can cause digestive distress or even poisoning if not prepared properly. 1. Apple and cherry seeds, cyanide risk. This one is a classic warning. Apple seeds and cherry pits contain small amounts of cyanogenic compounds, which can release cyanide when metabolized. Cyanide, as many of you know, is a deadly poison. So this sounds scary, right? Before you freak out, know that eating a couple of apple seeds accidentally isn't going to kill you. The amount of cyanide released from a few seeds is very small, and your body can detoxify small amounts, but eating large quantities, especially crushed or chewed seeds, could be dangerous. Interestingly, the hard seed coat of apple and cherry seeds generally prevents the release of cyanide unless the seed is broken down. This is why swallowing a whole seed or pit usually isn't harmful. It passes through your digestive system intact. Still, it's better to be safe than sorry. Avoid intentionally chewing apple or cherry seeds, or eating them in large quantities. This is especially important for kids or pets who are more sensitive to toxins. 2. Tomato seeds, digestive irritants for some. Tomato seeds, they're small, slippery, and usually swallowed without a second thought. But for some people, especially those with sensitive stomachs or chronic digestive issues, these little guys might be more than just an afterthought. They could be the silent troublemakers behind certain gastrointestinal symptoms you've been trying to solve for years. Let's break it down. Tomato seeds contain compounds called lectins, which are a type of protein found in many plants. Now, lectins have been getting a lot of attention lately, especially in health and wellness circles. Some people call them anti-nutrients because, in certain cases, they can interfere with nutrient absorption or irritate the gut lining. While the science is still evolving and not everyone reacts the same way, individuals with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis might find that tomato seeds don't sit so well with their digestive system. And here's where it gets interesting. While the juicy, fleshy part of the tomato is packed with beneficial nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, folate, and the powerful antioxidant lycopene, the seeds can be a bit more troublesome for some people. Lycopene, in particular, is one of the key reasons tomatoes are considered a superfood. It helps combat oxidative stress, supports heart health, and even offers some protective benefits for your skin and eyes. So, no, we're definitely not telling you to swear off tomatoes forever. But it might be worth experimenting with seedless tomato options, or simply de-seeding them yourself if your stomach tends to stage a rebellion every time you dig into a bowl of salsa or spaghetti. Now, let's talk symptoms. If you've ever experienced bloating, stomach cramps, excess gas, or even loose stools shortly after eating tomatoes, especially in large quantities, it could be the seeds that are behind it. People with IBS often have what's known as trigger foods, and unfortunately, tomato seeds are one of those sneaky triggers that fly under the radar. Most people blame dairy or gluten first, but for some, it's actually the seeds in common fruits and vegetables that stir up trouble. Another thing worth noting is that tomato seeds are small but fibrous, and they contain insoluble fiber, which doesn't break down easily during digestion. While fiber is typically a good thing, too much insoluble fiber can irritate inflamed bowels, especially if you already have a compromised digestive tract. This might explain why some people feel fine after eating cooked or pureed tomatoes, like in soup or marinara, but feel discomfort after eating raw tomatoes with seeds intact. What about acid reflux? Tomatoes are already quite acidic, and while that's mostly due to the fruit itself rather than the seeds, some anecdotal reports suggest that avoiding seeds helps reduce reflux or heartburn symptoms. There's not a ton of hard research on this yet, but it's another area where personal experimentation can be key. For anyone with diverticulitis or a history of diverticular disease, seeds of all types, including tomato seeds, have traditionally been seen as a possible risk. The concern was that small seeds might get lodged in the pockets of the colon, diverticula, and cause infection or inflammation. While newer research has largely debunked this myth, many doctors still advise their patients to be cautious and monitor how they feel after eating foods with small seeds. The takeaway? If you've been told to avoid seeds due to a digestive condition, tomato seeds fall into that category too. Now, here's the good news. De-seeding tomatoes is super easy. You don't need a fancy kitchen gadget or advanced culinary skills. Just slice the tomato in half horizontally, give it a gentle squeeze over a bowl, and use a spoon to scoop out the seeds. This little extra step can make a world of difference for sensitive stomachs, and it doesn't take away from the flavor of your meal. There are also canned and jarred tomato products that are labeled as seedless or strained, like tomato puree or passata. These are great options for people who want the benefits of tomatoes without the digestive backlash. They're smooth, flavorful, and often used in Italian or Mediterranean cooking, where tomatoes are a staple. And if you're into juicing or making smoothies, you might want to strain your tomato juice through a fine mesh sieve to remove the seeds. It's a quick fix that keeps your digestive system happy without compromising the nutrition or taste. Now, it's important to note that not everyone reacts to tomato seeds this way. In fact, many people eat them daily with zero issues. But if you're someone who's already dealing with a sensitive gut, it's worth keeping a food diary to track your symptoms and test whether tomato seeds could be a hidden trigger. One more thing to consider: the tomato variety. Heirloom tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, they all have slightly different textures and seed distributions. Roma tomatoes, for instance, are meatier and have fewer seeds, making them a good choice if you're trying to reduce seed intake without sacrificing the flavor of your favorite pasta dishes. You might also notice that cooking tomatoes can help reduce the impact of lectins and other irritants. Heat breaks down many of the problematic compounds, which is why simmered sauces, roasted tomatoes, and soups are often easier to digest than raw salads. So, if you find that fresh tomatoes give you trouble, but cooked ones don't, the seeds and the lectins within them may be the culprit. Ultimately, the key here is listening to your body. If you feel fine eating tomatoes with seeds, great, no need to change anything. But if you've been dealing with unexplained digestive issues, experimenting with removing tomato seeds could be a simple and surprisingly effective solution. Remember, everyone's digestive system is different. What works for one person might not work for another. But when it comes to your health, even small adjustments, like removing seeds from a tomato, can lead to major improvements in how you feel. So don't write off tomatoes altogether. Just tweak how you prepare them. By giving your gut a little extra TLC, you might be able to enjoy the flavor and benefits of tomatoes without the discomfort that sometimes follows. 3. Poppy seeds, drug test concerns, and potential risks. Poppy seeds are a staple in baking, famously sprinkled atop bagels, muffins, and various pastries, adding that subtle crunch and nutty flavor many people love. These tiny seeds come from the opium poppy plant, Papaver somniferum, which is the same plant used to produce opiates like morphine and codeine. However, the seeds themselves naturally contain very little, if any, of these narcotic compounds. Despite this, during harvesting and processing, poppy seeds can become contaminated with minute amounts of morphine and codeine residue from the latex sap of the plant. This contamination is why poppy seeds sometimes carry traces of opiates, even though the seeds aren't inherently narcotic. This small but important detail has led to some notable issues, especially around drug testing. There have been documented cases where individuals have tested positive for opiates after consuming poppy seed-containing foods, despite never having used illegal drugs or prescription narcotics. This phenomenon, often called the poppy seed effect, can result in false positives on drug screenings, which is a serious concern for athletes, employees in sensitive industries, or anyone subject to random drug testing. Even a single poppy seed bagel has, in rare cases, been enough to trigger a positive test result, which understandably causes confusion and anxiety. Because of this, some drug testing protocols have been updated to raise the threshold for a positive result, making it less likely that casual dietary intake of poppy seeds will cause a false positive. However, this isn't universally standardized, so caution is still advised. For those facing drug testing regularly, whether for employment, legal situations, or competitive sports, it might be wise to avoid poppy seeds altogether to prevent any unintended consequences. Aside from the drug test issue, consuming very large amounts of poppy seeds is generally uncommon, but can potentially lead to mild side effects. These may include gastrointestinal discomfort, such as nausea or constipation, due to the high fiber and fat content in the seeds. More importantly, because poppy seeds can contain trace opioids, consuming them in enormous quantities might lead to mild sedative effects or interact adversely with certain medications, especially other central nervous system depressants, like benzodiazepines or alcohol. One lesser-known fact is that poppy seeds are quite nutrient-dense. They provide a rich source of dietary fiber, healthy fats, and important minerals like calcium, iron, magnesium, and zinc. They also contain antioxidants that help combat oxidative stress in the body. So, despite the controversy, poppy seeds have genuine health benefits when consumed in moderation. In culinary traditions around the world, poppy seeds have a long history of use beyond just baking. They're ground into pastes in Middle Eastern and Indian cooking or sprinkled onto dishes as a garnish. This global usage underscores their versatility and cultural significance, but also means that awareness of their potential effects is important everywhere. For those who love baking or cooking with poppy seeds, but need to avoid even trace opiates, there are some options. Washing or soaking poppy seeds thoroughly before use can reduce the opioid residue on their surface. Commercially processed poppy seeds also vary in contamination levels, with some brands testing their products to ensure minimal opiate presence. If you're curious about the legal or workplace implications, it's good to know that some countries regulate poppy seed sales more strictly than others due to these concerns. For example, in parts of Europe, testing positive for opiates due to poppy seed consumption can be a legal headache, while in the US, guidelines are more lenient, but still cautious. Interestingly, the morphine content on poppy seeds can vary seasonally and geographically, depending on how the poppies are harvested and processed. This unpredictability makes it challenging to determine exactly how many poppy seeds are safe to eat if you're worried about drug tests. There's also a fascinating historical angle. Ancient civilizations used poppy seeds not only for food, but also medicinally. They recognized both the nutritional value and the potential analgesic effects of the plant, albeit with far less scientific understanding than we have today. For everyday consumers, the takeaway is simple. Enjoy poppy seeds in your cooking as a delicious and nutritious ingredient, but be mindful if you have upcoming drug tests or take medications that might interact. If you're ever unsure about your risk, a quick conversation with a healthcare professional or your employer's drug testing administrator can clarify the safest approach. To sum it up, poppy seeds offer a unique blend of culinary delight, nutritional benefits, and a touch of controversy. By understanding their origins, potential risks, and how to mitigate them, you can continue enjoying them safely and confidently. 4. Other seeds to watch: lectins and allergens. There are other seeds that might cause trouble for some people, especially those with allergies or digestive sensitivities. For example, sesame seeds, while nutritious, are a common allergen and can cause severe reactions in susceptible individuals. Lectins, proteins found in many seeds, beans, and grains, can interfere with nutrient absorption and cause a gut irritation in sensitive people if consumed raw or in large amounts. Cooking or soaking usually reduces lectin content, so always pay attention to how your body reacts when trying new seeds, and if you experience discomfort, consult with a healthcare professional. Beyond just allergies and lectins, some seeds contain compounds that can act as natural anti-nutrients. These substances may bind to minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium, reducing their absorption and potentially leading to deficiencies if consumed excessively over time. This doesn't mean you should avoid seeds altogether, but it does reinforce the importance of variety and moderation in your diet. For instance, phytates, which are found in many seeds, can decrease mineral absorption. However, traditional preparation methods like soaking, fermenting, or roasting can significantly reduce phytate levels, making the nutrients more bioavailable. Soaking seeds overnight before eating them can be a simple way to get the most out of their nutritional profile. People with autoimmune conditions or sensitive digestive systems may find that seeds high in lectins exacerbate inflammation or symptoms. This is why some health practitioners recommend limiting or eliminating certain seeds during flare-ups. Allergic reactions to seeds can sometimes be severe, leading to anaphylaxis in rare cases. If you have a history of food allergies, it's wise to introduce new seeds cautiously, ideally under medical supervision. Cross-reactivity is another fascinating aspect. If you're allergic to certain nuts or pollens, you might also react to related seeds due to similarities in protein structures. For example, someone allergic to birch pollen might react to sesame seeds because of this cross-reactivity. Another point to consider is the potential contamination of seeds during processing. Sometimes seeds can be mixed with gluten-containing grains or come into contact with other allergens. So if you have celiac disease or severe allergies, always look for certified allergen-free products. For athletes or those focused on gut health, some seeds might cause bloating or gas due to their high fiber content. While fiber is generally great for digestion, sudden increases can overwhelm the system, causing discomfort. If you're new to eating seeds, start with small amounts and gradually increase intake. This helps your gut microbiome adapt and reduces the chance of digestive upset. Also, be mindful of portion sizes. It's easy to overdo it with seeds since they're calorie dense, and too many can contribute to unwanted weight gain if not balanced within your overall diet. In terms of cooking, roasting seeds not only enhances flavor, but also reduces some of the problematic compounds like lectins and phytates, making them easier to digest. Some seeds, like sunflower seeds, have lower lectin content and are generally well tolerated, making them a good option for sensitive individuals. When it comes to seeds and inflammation, omega-3 rich seeds such as flax and chia can actually help reduce chronic inflammation, which is linked to many modern diseases. But remember, individual responses vary widely. What's perfect for one person might cause issues for another, so listening to your body is key. Certain seeds might interact with medications, especially blood thinners or immunosuppressants, due to their high vitamin K or antioxidant content, so check with your healthcare provider if you're on such treatments. In summary, seeds are nutritional powerhouses with incredible health benefits, but they're not one-size-fits-all. Knowing which seeds work for you and preparing them properly can maximize their goodness while minimizing risks. If you ever notice unusual symptoms like rashes, stomach pain, or respiratory issues after eating seeds, don't ignore them. Get evaluated. Exploring seed diversity can be fun, from exotic varieties like hemp or sacha inchi to everyday staples like pumpkin and sunflower. Each offers unique nutrient profiles. Experiment with different ways to eat seeds: raw, toasted, ground, or soaked. Each method changes their texture and digestibility. Finally, keeping a food diary can help identify any seed-related issues and help you tailor your diet for optimal health. Adding these super seeds to your diet doesn't have to be complicated. A simple way to start is by sprinkling chia, flax, pumpkin, or hemp seeds on top of your breakfast cereal, oatmeal, or yogurt. You can also blend them into smoothies or use them as an egg substitute in baking. Remember, moderation is key. Start with small amounts and see how your body reacts before increasing. Eating a diverse diet that includes these nutritious seeds can help you harness their incredible benefits while avoiding potential pitfalls. I'm curious, what's your favorite seed? Have you ever had a weird reaction to any of them? Drop a comment below and share your experience. If you want more deep dives into everyday foods that can radically improve your health, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.